Welcome back guys to my channel. I'm just doing another quick video in this one. This is just another my mod picks video, so I'm not actually reviewing the mods. I'm just showing you some of the mods I use. Some of them are only brand new as of yesterday, the 13th of October, but I've been using them for a day and they are really changing how I do things on the farm, and some of them are very versatile. That's why I like them, that's why I've picked them. So I'm going to go through them today. I'm going to show you the ones I've picked, the ones I like, that I think are just awesome. So first one here is this one with all the bales and pallets on it. Now the gear's sitting on it for a reason, and I'll show you that in a minute. But these are the multi-fruit transporter beds. They will fit any IT runner, truck or trailer. They are made by WHITBULL Modding. He has made these and I think these are just brilliant. I've been waiting for something like this for all the hook lift trailers and trucks for so long. We have had a flatbed one, but most of them only have straps that go halfway down and the back end has no straps, where this one has straps from the very back end here all the way along, so you can just strap anything and everything down to here, which is cool for transport. And they do fit the hook lift truck, which I have here. So I'll just grab him and we'll hook him up. These also come in two different variations. The one I'm picking up is the standard version, so it's not as wide as the other version that you can see sitting there in the background, so it does fit on nicely. That one is as wide as the truck itself. It does hang over the back a little, but that's fine. May make it a bit difficult if you're going to tow a trailer with that. I haven't tested it with the trailer yet, but just to me the overhang at the back may make hooking up to that tow hitch in there on the back of this truck right there, sorry about the camera work, a little bit difficult. Then again it may not, I don't know, I haven't tested it. Could make it difficult to turn if you're putting another back on that trailer, but that's it. It straps all the way along. Bit of a ramp on the back, so I guess you could potentially carry vehicles on it. I haven't tested vehicles on it, but looks like you could do that. So that's the standard version, guys. Nothing too fancy. Just hook it up, pick it up, whack it on. You potentially have a flatbed truck, which now makes this Hulk Plus Plus even way more versatile. This guy here is exactly the same thing, only it's the wider version. So if you have a look, oh hang on, I'll just park that up and just attach that, turn the truck off. We'll just come around and have a look, guys. So if we have a look, it's actually wider, so where the straps hook on to there and there, there's actually these side panels there to there. If you can sort of match that, a bit wider on either side, but this one only goes to where the straps sort of hook onto, which is fine. This one's just that little bit wider. Straps still do go around everything, I'll show you that in a minute, but yeah, if you're just worried about that being wider and the straps only going to those lugs, it doesn't matter. They do strap around everything, which is why I've got this gear on here just to show that. But the thing I do like about the extra width is it's 3 pallets wide. As you can see, I've got 3 lizard seed pallets there. Well, one's cow manure, one's fertilizer. Anyway, they're the normal sized pallets that you get. They're on the timber pallets, but there's 3 across there, which I think is awesome, where this one would probably only fit 2 at best before you couldn't fit anymore. So you can make it wider now and fit actually more on it, which I think is great. I think that is just fantastic. But I'll show you the straps now, guys, so we'll just jump in. Don't need the truck on for this, sorry. We'll lock the straps on, and there you go. As you see, the bales and that are sitting right over on the side extensions, and the straps still have wrapped around it, so they can still strap anything down on this one, guys, and it'll do the same as the standard version. So that's the multi-transporter beds from WHITBULL Modding, and you will find these in the shop under tools in the miscellaneous section. So you go all the way past these guys, and it is right there, guys, for $9,000. Pretty good. And that's it, and you go in here, so you can't change the color, so that's just it, and that's the standard version or the extensions version. And that's the flatbed IT runner, guys. Hope you liked it. I definitely think I'll be using it on my future farms. I just think it makes this Hulk Plus Plus or any IT trailer or truck hook lift apparatus so much more versatile now. So we'll just drop that off, and we'll move on to my next mods that I think is really good too, and it also fits any IT runner truck and trailer, and it is that one in the background. If you can see it, it's actually this big green container. So I'll just move the Hulk, I'll hook it on here. And it is this big container, guys, and this one is the multi-fruit container by RAULY CRISTI 1. He's the modder that made this. It's just a plain everyday looking container, but very versatile. It does hold 50,000 litre capacity, but that's not the only thing it does, so we can get that up on the truck. So I've just got it full of seed here just to show you that it does hold 50,000 litres down in the bottom right corner near my fuel gauge and speedometer. In the right hand corner you'll see it has 50,000 litres of seed in it. We can dump that by holding L1 and R1, and we'll just hit triangle to unload here, and it'll just start tipping all the seeds out just like a normal tipper. We'll just keep going, guys. Does tip, but not too bad. I don't have seed everywhere, but that's alright. Just bear with me for a second, guys. Anyway, that's the container, but you can also just open the back doors by holding L1 and pressing up on your right stick, and then we can unload the container like so. And I'll just bear with me for a second, guys. We'll just come in here. Might be wondering why I have this big shed. Well, I'm going to get to that in a little bit, but I'll just show you this container first, guys. Whoop. So we are able to, I'm pretty sure, oh, it's not going to work. Anyway, if we can't get a vehicle in there, we can actually use it to transport pallets and stuff. Which I forgot to unstrap them off there, so I can't really use them ones. But yeah, anyway, sorry about that, guys. Buggered that up. But yeah, you can actually open that container and you can actually put pallets or something in there. I think a telehandler would probably be better to load that, because you can extend the boom, push it right up to the end. Not so much a skid steer, but a telehandler would load that really easy. But yeah, I'm sure you can put your pallets or your hay bales or anything in there and use that as a transport as well. I'll just park this over here, guys. I don't think it has straps. No, it doesn't have tension belts. No tension belts, guys, but yeah, you can load it up, just close your doors and transport your gear around. So that's the multi-fruit container by RAULY CRISTI 1, guys, and I'll just pull that up over here. You will find that under tools. I think this one was under trailers. Yes, there it is. If you've got the IT runner pack, it's after the IT runner grain container, and it is the Rice 1 multi-fruit container for $5,000. It will hold all of those fruits down the bottom, so it'll hold all your grains, it'll hold all your grasses, your silage, your hay, your straw, your manure, fertilizers, pig food, lime, pellets, all your different chaffs. Everything holds the whole lot, which I think is just awesome. So yeah, that's excellent, and for $5,000 for 50,000 litre capacity, that is really cheap as well for that. So that's the container, guys. So moving on from that, we have this guy. I have been waiting for this for ages. This is the Challenger MT600D series tractor. It is made by NEFG modding. Really awesome tractor. I like it a lot. Doesn't come with a 3-point link on the front. It is a large tractor. To me, it's a bit disappointing it doesn't have a 3-point link, but most of the Challenger tractors, or pretty much all of them in the game, don't have a 3-point link, so that's fine. But I do love the detail on this. Like, even on the hood there, it is concaved to the shape of the wheel, so when you actually turn the wheel, there's room at the front of this tractor, so when you turn the wheel, actually doesn't rub on the boot lid, because tractors have a boot, the bonnet lid, sorry. So I think that is a cool little detail. It is how it is. You don't get to change the colour. There are tyre options. You can have it without the weight on the front. I've just put the weight on the front. You can have it without the GPS unit on the roof. You can change the beacons around, but that's about all the options it comes with. Oh no, wait, sorry. Brain lapse. It does come with fender options. You can have the fenders on the front, the wide fenders on the back like I have, but you don't have to have them. You can make the front fenders pop out a bit wider because there are different tyre options. You can get dual tyres in the normal tyres, which I have. You can get dual row crops, and you can just push those front fender mud flaps out further, just if you want it to have that bit more of a symmetrical look, but that's entirely up to you. So there's the beacons, guys. They work pretty well. You got all your lights, your standard front and back, work lights on the front, and then off again. Nice bright lights as well, as you can see. We'll start it up. Nice engine sound. Sounds nice and strong and that. I like. Nice bit of a turbo whine there too. Decent speed of 53 kilometers an hour. Decent turning circle on this one. I've also got mine set up as a US spec, which is why I've got the little rear light bars on either side with the little yellow flashes. You can get the EU signs if that's what you want to go for, or it just, instead of the little bars there, it just puts the square sign with the red and white stripes on it. To you how you want it. But yeah, really awesome tractor. I think I will add this to my Challenger fleet on my Hagenstead series. If you haven't seen that, I'll post a link or some cards at the end of the video, so you can click on them and go ahead and follow them if you like. But yeah, I think I'll add that to that, since it's a Challenger themed farm. You do get your big 3-point link on the back like most tractors, so you can hook up your plows, your trailers, all that normal stuff. So yeah, really neat, cool tractor. Nicely detailed on the inside. It's a bit dark, but you've got all your pedals there, you can see all your controls. Turn it on, your screens light up, your dash lights up, all your buttons. Really cool. You got little control panels there. That's just really awesome. And that is the Challenger MT600D series by NEFG modding, guys. Does have different engine configurations too, but I think it's 340 horsepower is its highest. Anyway, that's the tractor. Moving on to this guy. You've probably seen this trailer on my Hagenstead farm. It is actually a manure spreader, but I use it as a lime spreader because it does both. And it's the Bergmann TSW 6240W. I'm not going to go into too much detail with this. I'm just showing you this is what I normally use. It's not the mod I'm showing off. Has a 24 meter spread, but I did use it. I still use it and like it because it has a 25,000 litre capacity to hold lime, which is really good for your medium sized to big fields. And you just open it up like that, guys, by holding L1 and pressing X. It opens up, the panel comes up, the spreader flap opens at the back, and we can turn that on, and there's the big spread for the lime. Does the manure at the same width. So there's my original one that I use, guys, but I think I might trade it up for this one, which is the newer mod. It is the same, basically the same trailer if we have a look, but this one is the TSW 7340S, and it is made by NICOPIX'S is the modder, if I've said that right. Really good job he's done on this. The detail in it, the tyres, basically exactly the same. It looks the same, only it's got a triple axle instead of a double. The other one had a double, if you notice that. This one's got a triple, and that is because I'll just hook up here, guys. This one has been given a bigger capacity for lime, so it holds 28,500 litres of lime. It still has the same 24 metre spread width, which is still really good for a lime spreader, but that much capacity, even the 25,000 litres, is just awesome for, you know, doing big fields, medium sized fields. You know, it's just so good, because most lime spreaders, they, as you know if you've played it, they just spit the lime out like no tomorrow, and they don't usually have a spread width of this big, and if they do, they don't hold as much capacity. But works exactly the same, guys. You hold your R1 trigger, press X, opens your spreader, the flaps and the barrier lift up like that. We drive forward, turn it on, and there's the 24 meter spread just like the other one as well. Just like that, guys. We just close him up. So that's that one, guys. It's just a bigger brother of the little one over there. It's the bigger brother of the 6530. Sorry, the 6240. This is the 7340S, but the other one's the 6240W. So, and like I mentioned, this one's just a dual axle one, where this one's your triple, so it's just because I guess it's got the bigger capacity, but really handy. But what I like about this too is if you decide to take your farm down the route of only use a telehandler, front loader, skid steer, whatever to load it, this trailer sits pretty tall, so if any of those items have trouble loading into it, you can put the option of having a lowered side on the top. So we just hold L1 and down on the, sorry, not down, up on the right stick, and you'll see that little hook move. So it actually unhooks and the side folds down just like that, guys, to make loading easier for vehicles or loaders that can't get that high. What I do like is the little detail of that hook. I think that is so cool. So when we close it back up, and if you watch, that little hook will close over the latch and hold the side in place. I think that is really cool little detail, the little articulation of the hydraulic arm and everything to run that hook. That is really cool. And that is the Bergmann TSW 7340S by NICOPIX'S, and you'll find that guy under manure spreaders, and it is right there, guys. So it's 92,500 to buy, so it's the same price as the smaller one, as the 6240W. The only cool thing about it is it's got 3,500 litre capacity bigger. So, you know, to me that's a no-brainer. Why buy the smaller one for 92,500 when you can get the bigger one for 92,500? Like, you're saving money. They both hold the same spread width. One obviously uses less power to run than the other, but there's plenty of tractors that'll run it. But anyway, that's it in the shop. So you can change the colour if you want it to match your farm. So I could go the yellow for a Challenger if I wanted to, silver rims, or you could have it any colour on that palette for your main colour. Same with your rims, you could have any of those colours on your main one. So even if you wanted to go class, you know, there's your class colours. And then your options are Trailerborg or Michelin. Trailerborg, you have standard, wides, which give you wide and lift the trailer a little bit, and then back to standard. Your movable sides, you can have non-movable, which just leaves it as standard. You can have left movable, which puts it on the left side here with the little hook, or you can have it on the right side like that, depending on either, up to you completely. You can have no beacons, a right beacon, left beacon, which leaves the right beacon on there as well for some reason. That might get fixed in update, but that's no biggie. Or you can have your left and right beacons if you like, or back to none. I just find that funny that your left beacon gives you both beacons as well, but that's okay, it's not really a big issue. But yeah, that's the Bergmann manure spreader, guys. It does your lime as well. Just leave that there and we'll go for a drive back here, guys. If you're with me so far, thanks for sticking with me. Hope you like the mods. that I'm picking and I'm using as well on my farm. This was dropped the other day too. It's just a little case front end loader. I forget who made this, but this isn't one I'm reviewing, but excuse me, when I placed the shed it lifted the ground. I didn't lower it properly, but anyway, the shed is the mod I want to show off. So this is the large storage hall by GFORCE modding and DASCH modding. This is such a cool shed. You can have it as it sits, just a big open massive shed. So it does have the big massive door here on the front. Nice animation sounds, nice smooth animation. So you've got that one you can open and close. If you're going to store your harvesters and headers in here, that can get your headers through this big door. Also has a door either end. So you have this little one here. If you wanted to use it to store, I don't know, the big ball gulp seeders and air tanks, so you have this one up here as well. You can get it in. Door either end, and like I said, the big door there to get your harvesters through. You also have this in the corner, which is a little fuel tank, which also sells fuel at a cheaper rate, but it's actually part of the shed, so it's also in the shed. So not only can you store your vehicles in this shed, you can fuel them up right here as well. And I have this on one of my other single player farms, and what I've done, I've just stuck a little high pressure cleaner just there, the one you can pick up by your hand. I've put that next to it, and that's my fueling and washing station just in the corner here, which is just handy. Another thing I like about this is it does have lights. So there's your light switch on the pole marked with the black and yellow stripes. So there's all the lights up in here pretty well. Turn them on and off. But this panel over here is what's cool about this shed. So as we sit now, we have a big wide open shed. Store all your massive vehicles in, whatever. You can also come here, and up the top now it says show walls group 1. So you turn group 1 on, turn around, we now have these dividing walls. We now have a storage bay here, which you could store crops in. You could put a vehicle in there, by all means, have it divided from the other one. You could put your front loader tools in here. You could put pallets in here, like your wool pallets for storage, seed pallets, anything if that's the way you want to go. You've also puts this wall here. So like I said, you could turn that into your wash station. Just park your vehicle in here, fuel it up, put your washing jet wash over there, and off you go. So you could have that as a little workshop sort of looking corner, I guess. Then if you come over to the switchboard and you push L1 and circle, which shows walls group 2, turns the middle switch on, you get these 3 extra walls. So now you can have all your stuff divided. So you could have seeds in this one, pellets in that one, wool in that one, food pallets, sorry, not pellets, in that one. You know, or you could have large tractor, harvester, second harvester, another tractor, telehandler in there. It's really up to you guys what you want to do, but just the versatility of this shed, like, this is just so awesome. Then again, come back to this panel, hit R1 this time, not L1, and it brings up walls group 3. So you click square on this one, turns the bottom switch on, and it gives you these 2 walls by the door. So you now have a big bay here, again for extra storage or storage of bigger vehicles if you want it divided off by whatever you've got elsewhere. It also puts one over here in this corner, so you can have your shed completely divided off. Or you could have some walls up, some walls on, so you can turn that one off, turn that one off and turn that one off and have the big open shed. Another cool feature about this is this switch right here, guys, and what that does is we click it and the roof comes down. We have an elevated storage loft up the top, guys, so this is why I have this, just to show you. And again, you don't have to do this, it's just an option. But this shed also has a hay loft, which I think this little skid steer is perfect for. Just drive this over here, guys. You can either park it on here or you can load it up with a few things. But you will need either a little skid steer, or in the mod hub I'm pretty sure there's a pallet jack mod you can get. So you click the button again, raises the platform, only runs down the middle of the shed, so you do have to be careful because you could possibly drop your stuff over the sides there, as you see. Open-ended shed, so I guess you'd have a lot of ventilation. But yeah, you could store your hay up here, guys. You could store your fertilizer pallets, any sort of pallet or whatever you wanted to store. There are lights across the top there, as you can see. They'll come on with the light switch. You could store square bales, round bales, and then you could store your pellet pallets up here if that's what you like to do. Totally up to you guys, but just like that. You will need something small. You can get a telehandler up here, but I just think a little skid steer like this is easier because they are compact. Or like I said, you could get the little I'm sure there's a pallet jack option, but just with the turning circle of these guys, I think it suits in here quite well. Plenty of space up here as well, like a heap of space. So you said, like I've done, I could put a heap of hay up here if you wanted to. You could put fertilizer pallets, seed pallets, all that sort of stuff if that's how you want to go. If you don't have the replenishment container on your farm, or the little seed silos that you can buy seed from, if you want to go more authentic route, and I go to the shop and I load up and I bring my pallets back, and you know, that's awesome. That's completely fine and up to you guys. You can do that. Just saying, it's just an option. But this shed will just suit that sort of gameplay perfectly, especially, you know, if you're on a massive map like Stone Valley, Ningen Farms, it's another big one, the Plateau in Pacific Northwest, any big open map farm like that, Washoe, Dale Ranch, they all got the big massive space you could put this shed in. But yeah, the button to go back down is just here on this cross member of the frame. So you just click that again and down we go. And it's glitched out, but normally that comes down. I probably haven't parked that in the right spot. So back up we'll go. See, that's something you just have to watch out for with the vehicles, guys. There is like a sweet spot to park it. I think I'm too far over towards, I think I've got to be further towards the open end of the shed, so that might come down now. We'll just have a look. No, okay, it's glitched out on me today. Normally that will come down for you guys. I don't know why it's doing that. I'll have one more go and then that might be it for the video, guys. But yeah, they're all the mods. I just thought I'd jump on and do this quick video to share these mods. I do use them. I have this shed on my other farm, my single player one. There it goes. Yeah. So you just got to watch where you park it, guys. That could be a bit of a pain, but I mean, other than that, it's a pretty good shed. But this, like I said, is made by GFORCE modding and DASCH modding. Really awesome shed. They've done a great job with this, just the versatility of it, and that, like, you even get the fuel tank in the corner that doesn't need filling. It's actually a buy point for fuel. But you'll find these in placeables under sheds. So normally I use that one, the equipment shed, for 46. It's a good shed too. Doesn't have any of that options, but it's just a big open shed. But these ones are down here past all these. So there they are. You get 3 of them in the pack. They're only 30,420 to buy, and they come in green, blue or red. And that's them, guys. Yeah, pretty good sheds. I like them. I use them. I think they're great. Heaps of storage, heaps of versatility. You can divide some of it off or divide it all off, or just leave it all open and have some storage up the top. Yeah, awesome sheds. So that's where you'll find them. And I think for this video that wraps it up, guys. That's my pick of the mods this time. Really digging this tractor though. That's right, I didn't show this off. You'll find this in large tractors. Let's pass them to. It's here next to the Field Python. There it is there, guys, the MT600. So that's what it looks like standard. 240 horsepower stock. Standard you can have 226 kilo weight, and it goes up to 408, and then 589, then the 771. That's the weight I have on the front. Row crop brand wheels, so you've got your jewels with your dual weights on the back. That actually looks pretty cool though. And you've got your single weight on your dual row crops. Just your normal row crops, no weights. Rear jewels, double weights. Rear jewels, single weights. Rear jewels, no weights. Then you've got your single rows all around, dual weights on the back. Single with single weights. And back to standard. Then you've also got your trailer borg, which are your bigger standard size tyres, and then you have your wheel weights for the back, and it goes wide with weights, back to standard, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Oh, sorry. And we've got Lizard, I think. Lizard tyres are exactly the same as the row crops. There's no point showing them because I've been through them. They are exactly the same. But like you said, I'll just go the other way. This is another tractor that has a really slow menu. I don't know why, but I'll just put the dual rows on just to show you. So you've got your standard fender. See how they're sitting in slightly at the front, so you can go that one more. And it just pushes it out slightly, so it sort of sits a bit better over the row crops. And then after that you've got your rear wide fender, then you've got your front and rear fenders, and then you can make them pop out just that little bit wider again. And then after that you've got your engine set up, so your 645D gives you your 240 horsepower, then you've got your 655 at 265 horsepower, and your 665 at 290 horsepower, your 675 at your 320 horsepower, and then you've got your 685D at your 340 horsepower, and I'm pretty sure that's the maximum you can go. and that's it. Then you can put covers on, which is actually your different specs. I don't know why it says cover, but like I said, there's your US specs. It adds a safety triangle and the 2 rear light holding bars with your flashes. Or you've got your European spec or your EU spec, which is just your square signs, and then back to standard. Then you got, like I said, you got your GPS on the top, AG leader, so you can have that on or off. It doesn't do anything on PlayStation, it's just aesthetics. Doesn't cost you anything to add it, so that's why I put it on mine. I just like the look of it up there. Looks pretty cool. I thought this had beacon options, but I was wrong. But it just comes with your dual beacons. I think I mentioned that before, that you get beacon options, but sorry, you don't. I thought you did, but you don't. You just get your dual beacons. And with all that, it is only $347,000 to buy that tractor. Really cool tractor. I've been waiting for a wheeled Challenger tractor for a long time, that's not articulating. So it's just a normal tractor. It looks really cool. So that will, like I said, will make an appearance on my Hagenstead series. And for that video, guys, I'll wrap it up there. If you like this video and it was informative and you got something out of it, please leave me a like. Click that thumbs up button. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. I'll appreciate it. That would be great. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.